Hi guys, it's DontForgotMeh here. So I'm bringing you a deck profile today of Majespecters since Ties of Brethren came out. I went to a locals yesterday and came 5-0. I actually finished first. We didn't have enough time to do top 4, but we did top 8. I played Cyber Dragons, Gradle Kaijus, the Mirror Match, Metal Foes, and Shirinoi, and came out on top on all of them. Even when I started off really slow, I still beat them on resources because this deck's nuts. But I'm going to give you a quick deck profile of it anyway. So we have 3 of Raccoon, obviously the searcher of the deck, really important card. 3 Toad, the trap or spell setter. So I mean, if they've got Mistake, this is your way of setting cards to get ready. Fox, the trap searcher, really important card again. Oh, there's a third one. There it is. 3 Cat, the Majespecter card search at the end phase. This is really important as well because I mean you can set yourself up for next turn. Just the 2 Yata. It's not as important, unfortunately. Rest in peace. But it has its trap. It has a spell searching ability, and the fact it's a high scale as well, so it's not too bad. And lastly, for the Majespecters, obviously 1 Kieran. I don't need to really explain Kieran. Other monsters, I play 1 Luster, 1 Eccentric, 2 Eccentric, sorry, awkward, 2 Eccentric. Obviously, I like high scales to get Kieran out. Never really pendulum summoned him, pendulum summoned once the whole tournament. But obviously, just good to bait out back row. And then Luster, because Luster's Luster. And the one last card is Fortune Lady Wind. This card actually won me a couple of games because its ability to fact of when it's normal summoned, you can pop a spell or trap card on the field equal to the amount of Fortune Ladies you control. So at one point, this guy flipped Vanities in his standby because he knew that I had to pendulum summon, and I top decked this, and I just went normal summon, pop it back row, pendulum summon, game. Really, really good card. I also beat a Metal Foe player as well because I normal summoned it, got rid of his back row. Which actually was something that was going to set him up for next turn, so it was really, really good. On to spells, I play 1 Cyclone, 2 Pegasus. So this obviously is just a quick destroyer, and this card will obviously swap them out and give them that little bit of attack boost. Surprisingly, that 300 attack boost is actually really important, and it really helps. And then 1 Secret Villager Spellcasters. This card won me a couple of games. It just shuts down your opponents. So against the Metal Foe player, for example, I destroyed his scales and then just activated this, and then he just couldn't get Kieran out because I kept forcing Kieran back to his hand, and that was it. The Cyber Dragon as well. I played this first turn, and he was just like, I can't do anything because he needed his like overload fusion and stuff. Just the 1 terraforming to search them all because I don't know, it's just so much better. The new card of the deck, 3 Ties of Brethren. This card is insane. Turn 0, this card will set you up for the rest of the game. Usually when I did this first turn, I won. So, I mean, I want to say usually I did win. I mean, it's a fantastic card. Like I said, the fact that you can't collect your battle phase and cast special rest of the turn after activating it doesn't mean anything. Because I mean, you can set up Pendulum Summon, XYZ, set up and everything, and then play this, and then have all that back row to back you up, which is nuts. Just played with 2 MSTs. I took out Twin Twister. I like cards in my hand. I mean, I side 1 Twin Twister, for example. I'll show you my side deck anyway, but this card actually came in handy. I got got rid of loads of Solemn Strikes and Solemn Warnings. So yeah. On to traps. We played 2 Tempest. Might up it to 3. I mean, I'm happy with 2. Because by the time I went through the 2, I'd already won. And then 2 Tornado. Once again, this could be up to 3 as well, because this card is fantastic at the moment. Every time they got a monster on the board, it was like, nope, can't have it, banish it. And it was 7 back turns. Especially against Grade or Kaiju. Every time he summoned a Grade, I'll just banish it. And it was like, well, go. Majespecter Super Saiyan as well. This is just to recycle things. This card is insane as well, surprisingly. Because I know some people are going to start starting in skill drain and stuff like that because they're not going to use it. And this would be my out skill drain. The fact is when I've been through all my spells and traps, because running 2 and 2 and a spell and obviously overlaying with the monsters, I need to shuffle them back. So this card does it already. 2 Stormy Mirror Force. This card, once again, saved me a couple of times, especially when attacking with Kirin. I mean, the Metalfoe player, for example, he had game on board, and I was just like, storming. Stuff was back to his hand, he couldn't do anything else, and then I beat him next turn. 2 Solemn Strikes, and then 1 Solemn Warning. And then to top it off, 1 Vanities. Never really saw these. Saw this a lot. They were so concentrating on the killing the Tempest that they just kept running into this. And then this actually won me a couple of games as well, which is really, really good. I love this card. So that's the main deck anyway. Really love it. Can't complain. We'll always play it. Extra deck, 1 Magister's Paladin, Trapeze, Dark Rebellion, Dweller, Roach. Didn't actually make any of these whatsoever. I made Castell to spin back. What did I use Castell to spin back? Anti-spell, I think it was. Lightning Shidori I made loads of times because this card is insane as well. And they're just setting the back turns. Then I play the Utopia lineup. Some people just play that and that. I play this as well because if this lives for an extra turn, you can use this attack to boost it up to 5k again. So I don't see why you wouldn't. Play Totem Bird in the mirror. Shut him down completely. Never made this. Never made this. Never even made Ignista, surprisingly. I just didn't really need it. And then one card synchro that I did make, which did actually win me a game as well, was Metaphys Horus. I can't even say his fucking name. This card, I had a Ghost Ogre in hand and a cat, and I was like, I need to do something. Like, I need to get over this. And I was like, I don't need this Ghost Ogre in my hand anymore. So I Pendulum summoned it, and then used it and synced into this. And because I used a Pendulum monster, the opponent has to choose one of my monsters and give me control of it, but it can't attack this turn. So, I mean, it's nuts. I mean, if you use an effect monster, you can target one face-up monster on the field and negate its effects. If you use a normal monster, it's unaffected by card effects. So, I mean, you use this thing, it doesn't target as well, so they have to give you the monster. And he had 1 monster on board, and I used it and overlaid, and then won the game from there as well. So it's not too bad. Really solid side deck. I mean, I didn't think I was going to pull this off, but I did. So, extra deck, sorry, that was extra deck. This is side deck. Side deck, 2 Ghost Ogre, 2 Maxi, 3 Cycle Reader, 2 Sticky Strings, 2 System Down, 1 Twin Twister, 2 Cosmic Cyclone, because I love this card. It's won me a couple of games as well. And then 1 Raigeki. I always sided in these, sometimes these. Never use Cycle Readers the whole tournament because I never ran into any blue eyes. Never use these either. Use these against Cyber Dragons. Put this against Shirinoi. Put these against the Mirror. And then I never even sided this in. Which is a little bit depressing. So, I mean, this is what I'm going to take to Liverpool anyway, I think. I'm going to change it around a little bit, or particularly the maybe the extra or the side. The main, I think I'm happy with. Apart from that, it's been a really good tournament. I really enjoyed the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile as well. I want to thank you a lot as well. Sorry about the lack of videos and everything. I've been so busy with still moving the house and work and setting up everything for Liverpool, really. So, been all over the place. But yeah, guys, thanks for your time and time. I hope you enjoyed it, and peace.